What's up and welcome back to On The Verge. I'm your host, Leilani, and today's special guest is about that. You're just telling me, you want to tell people a little bit about what your name means, how you got that?
So MBA Lil T, that's my name I started when I was young, as a teenager. That name was starting with a group of us. Starting with a group of us, it was something we all felt we was gonna make a meaning. And it means two things: man before anything, and money before anything. Stand on business at all times and by any means, and always be a man before anything. Stand on your word. So it's just something that stuck with me, and it's my music stays with me because I lost people. I got my best friend that died in high school. He was with us, Man, him passing, it really made me stick to what we had. Anything we had, made me stick to it. I just felt like by any means, without anybody, I'm gonna always stick to it. So that's how it started.
Yeah. So I know you talked a little bit about your friends that you had in the beginning of kind of your music career. When did you start to love music? Was it because of the influences around you, the people around you who were into music?
Actually, it was something like that. It was my big brother. My big brother, he still rap, but back then he was really into his music, So like when I was young and studying in the house, I see him writing or rapping in his room. I tried, man, I could rap, Go in my room freestyle, and I started writing. Once I started writing and stuff, I used to just rap about anything. But I noticed I had a flow.
And when did you decide to make it your career and really take it serious?
When I started sharing my songs with my mom.
Yeah.
I started sending my songs, because I always made music when I wasn't talking about nothing. I feel like, man, I ain't let mom hear this. I ain't going with this, But after a while, I'm like, this is my life. My mom know me. I'm her son, and I don't hide nothing from her. So after a while, I started letting her hear it. And when my mom told me, like, you good, you got a talent, I started letting my uncles hear it, my dad hear it, and friends hear it, and everybody, they're like, man, keep going. Nobody has ever told me, as I kept going, to stop. They never told me to give up. I never got that.
For the people close to you, support you, and that's what matters.
And that's all that I need, And when I say close to me, I don't mean like friends, it's family. Like all of the people close to me that I'm around in my circle is my family. Anybody that's a friend, been there since like the sandbox,
Well, since you've worked a lot with people that are close to you, how do you feel when it comes to working with people, other people, whether it be producers or features? How do you handle that collaboration?
I actually love collaboration, but if a person's heart not in it, or if I see they're slacking and they're not trying to fix it, or they can't take criticism, I try to keep myself away from it, because I feel like it's not good for business, it's not good for anything. And if your energy in a studio is not the energy that we're all vibing off, or you're not in a vibe at least to make you record something that we all hear, or something that you love to hear. We can see your pain or see your feeling if it's something happy, If you're not there, I don't want to work with you. If you're not on business and you're not feeling like business is first and BS and everything come after that, then I don't want to work with you. And there's people that's drugged up that want to get in the studio and pop drugs, take all drugs. I've been there, I've done that. It's not something I look forward to. Like I smoke a blunt, but I don't need to smoke. I don't need to be off drugs in the studio at all. I could be the soberest one in the party and be okay. You know what I mean? And I keep myself in, so it's just like that.
Tell me a little bit more about your process. How do you pick your beats?
It's crazy. So my mom, she always, when we was young, still, she go to church every Sunday. I don't really go there every Sunday, but she pray a lot, So I always live by meant to be, It's always anything meant to be. So my beats, it's like, I have a producer, Bug. That's always Bug, that's my boy, he make all my beats. And it's like with him, I have him send me a 10-pack. And I already have like 10, 20 songs I wrote, or that I'm working on, and I have thoughts to them. So like, I write a song and I'll be like, man, let me see what beat name goes with the topic of the song. And that's how it starts. And 9 times out of 10, it's usually a beat that fits it. But sometimes, of course, I gotta pick it, right? But that's how I do it. And when I was younger, it was YouTube. But now I won't go to YouTube. I don't use it.
Yeah. So you write all of your music too?
Yeah. I write every song. I've never had nobody write for me, record for me,
And that all comes from personal experience?
It comes from personal experience. It comes through stuff I've been through, stuff I've seen, and stuff that's happened.
So, is there a certain way that you hope to make your audience feel when they listen to your music, or?
Yeah, I want my audience to feel like they can get through it, I want my audience to feel like they can get through it and live life at the same time. You know, like, yeah, you can be going through 100 things, but you never know who's next to you going through a million, you know? So it's like, whatever you're holding, you gotta learn. I want them to keep that on their chest and keep going. You know, it's like me and my songs, you can hear me and I switch my flows a lot because I want to switch my feelings when I'm listening to people's music. If it's the same song that's repeated, you know, the flows, I get tired of it. So I like, you know, people dance. I want people to have a different enjoy when they're listening to my music. Or if it's sorrow, even if you're going through something, some pain to relate to, it'll make you sit down and think, or ride in the car and look out the window and really think about it, you know? So I like relatable music. And it's a lot of hate and it's a lot of love. So it's like, if you hate a level person that sits down and listens to your music, somebody's gonna get it. So that's how I look at it.
I know you said that you don't want to be limited, so what other genres do you think that you'll tap into? I know you are in the hip hop, you tap a little bit into R&B.
I want to tap into country.
Country?
Yeah. I had freestyle to a country beat one day, and it was decent, you know, but I was practicing to it. And I know a lot of people from down south, and it's like country was always someone to tap into. But I want to do country old folk music, you know, like music that you could go to a farm and peek outside, you know, stuff like that, like different. I don't know, I guess I want to meet different artists, you know, that sing or play the guitar and do stuff that I could change my flow to and adapt to.
So what do you think about the current music industry and how it's evolved from old, you know, hip hop like 50 Cent to newer artists now?
Honestly,
What do you think?
if you want me to be honest, I think newer artists a lot is bullshit. And I think it's bullshit because it's not real rap. When I do listen to people or I follow on documentaries, it's people like Nas, you know. When I listen to the rap battles that he had with Jay-Z, you know, they were battling because it was real rap. And it was such real rap and not piff and not beef rap that as they emerged, they ended up making the biggest song, one of the biggest songs in their time at the time. So I look at newer artists, like everybody, like I said, like drugged up and stuff. People want to be like the next artist, but no artist will admit it. You know what I mean? A lot of artists look at Chief Keef or even look at artists around Chicago. It's not bad to look or be inspired by the next artist. But when you're trying to copy or trying to make the images they have, it's kind of different. When you're rapping the life Chief Keef lived, but you don't have that life. You know what I mean? You're not away tucked in Cali to hide away. You're still living in reality. Because I feel like if you're not rapping your life, or if you're just rapping stuff that you feel people doing, you gotta do it the right way, you know? Like Pop Smoke was a person I feel like, that's one person I would look at, and I barely listen to him. But the reason I started listening to him is he's different. His song came, it's like, oh, you know, it's like, his voice is deeper. You don't hear nobody like that in the rap game right now. And I feel like that's what got him even really recognized, was his voice and not his lyrics at first. And when you start listening to him, it was different. But I never really did my homework on it, you know? But that's what got my attention with him. So it's like newer rappers, I feel like if you're yourself and you're actually rapping, and you can rap, you can freestyle at any moment, that's an artist. But I also feel like an artist is a person that can sit down and write a song. So like I like real artists. Like I like Lil Herb. I used to listen to him a lot, but I stopped that much. But I like him because his songs relatable. Not is 100% to me. Me and him didn't go through the same thing at all. You know, just lived a completely different life now. So, but it's like his songs so relatable to people I know and people that's next to me that I know what he's talking about. You know, I know real life what he's saying, what he's going through. And it's crazy. And I listen to it. I'm like, man, he's talking real. That's real rap. Like real rap. Like that. I used to listen to T.I. when I was a kid. Like I like people that's actually talking about something and not just mumble. I don't like mumble rap at all. You know, I speak and I say my words loud and clear, and I like words and I like rappers like that.
And then for it to have a meaning.
Yeah, I want a meaning behind it because if it's a meaning behind it, you can look at a person when they're rapping. You know what I mean? And you can see their feeling change. If a person's rapping about their best friend dying, you're gonna see it in their eye that they care. You're gonna see that they was there, you know what I mean? But if a person is sitting there rapping about drugs and money and cars and clothes, and you see them on the bus, It's like, what are you doing? So it's like, why would somebody give you the attention if you're rapping about cars and you're in a bus or asking for rides? Why would you want to portray yourself as a different person? You know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like people should write what they live, and that's the realest rappers. The person that can write what they live is a person that can write and spit anytime. You know?
Tell us a little bit about what you're working on currently. What can we expect from you?
So actually, I'm working on an album, and right now I'm gonna drop 15 singles because I've never dropped in my life anything on iTunes, none of that. So like, probably 2-3 months ago I started dropping stuff on there. I dropped about 6 songs now. I got 2. Yeah, I got 2. Yeah, and I got 2 coming. One's gonna drop on the 28th and the 31st. 31st is my best friend that died. It's his birthday. So I'm dropping a song on that day, but I'm working on an album because I want to drop an album that's different. And it's gonna be named Street Lessons because I want everybody that's my age, older, younger, to get that no matter what you're going through, what age, it's similar to other people, you know? And what you're feeling inside, your rage or something, it's always a better side to it. When you feel like you gotta go do this, it's always a better than that, you know? So, expecting from me is gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. I got 2 videos I didn't drop yet. Yeah, I got trailers to them. Yeah, I got 2 visuals that I'm waiting to release that are fully done. Then I have 1 that I did in Vegas.
For the past EP that you dropped, or for the future album coming?
For the past EP, 1 song is from the past EP, and then the other 2 is for the future.
Okay, cool.
The 1 song is called Companion, and it's really a song like for females, you know, but I did something different. Something that they should definitely look out for.
So let the people know where they can find you so they can keep
You
up.
can find me. I just started a new YouTube page, MBA Lil T. You can find me on Instagram, MBA Lil T 4. All social medias, MBA Lil T 4. iTunes, MBA Lil T.
Yeah, and you can follow me at Leilani_, and make sure you stay tuned at On The Verge. Thank you so much for watching, and see you guys next time.
Throw the news in the oven. Many cause they cut that shit too much. Gotta be a lot so I can have some. Those no crate on speakers, knocking.